back.
So you're peeking at probing.
Speaking with serious intent to probe.
I adore you guys. I've talked to you all before. You guys are all so charming, so charismatic. So is everyone in that other room. So when you put this cast together, I'm like, oh, that's fun. What movie are they doing? And it's a movie that is so bleak and heavy, and it's a very big contrast to kind of, I think, the way that I know you guys. So did you guys feel that contrast when you were cast, and how were you able to build your brotherhood together?
The set was a gaping void of charisma. There was none. There was no levity at all. Yeah. I think that was the thank you for everything you said. Yeah. That's very, very kind of you.
When I think of you guys, I'm like, not charismatic
yes,
at all.
Yeah, I think it was, we had a lot of fun amongst all of the very delicate and sensitive things that we had to cover within the script of the film. It was a treat getting to work with such talented people. You're right, they are all very charismatic and very funny people. So, especially on a film like this where you're spending a lot of time together, we had a great time.
We did.
Amongst some of the challenges.
What's it that, like, I think about, my dad was a Marine, and I remember, like, going through the box of photos that he had, and it's so interesting because it's, like, a lot of the pictures are, like, them doing really fun, random things, and I think the film touches on that with the opening scene. So how were you guys able to find those moments of levity? Because I do think it is important.
There was almost a necessity for it, you know? Again, because I feel like the audience wouldn't believe that these men, you know, would be willing to lay their, you know, life on the line for the other if we didn't have this chemistry, this bond, this love that sort of like just flows through the screen, I think. So, you know, the 3-week boot camp that we did, we all kind of bonded pretty quickly and just became really very close. And I think the levity was actually really important to kind of maintain that and keep this love, you know, between us all, so that would then also sort of infuse itself into the weightier aspects of the film.
Right.
Yeah, and you could tell from the sort of composition of the guys that were teaching us, and Ray, that like, even though there's a huge amount of attention to the protocol and communication rules and the safety with firearms and all that kind of stuff, there's also just in him moments of really good humor.
Yeah.
And so that it made sense that the guys in that occupation in the thick of it like that also have to have a good time together, otherwise what's the point?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when you do the boot camp, what was the most surprising or challenging thing that you had to cover? Like, I think the guys were like, surprisingly, like, military time was very tough for me.
Yeah, I mean, there were a lot of challenges, obviously, because
maybe one that just like surprised you the most, being like, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. I mean, I think that one of the sort of most unorthodox aspects, but also I think one of the strongest aspects of the process of making it was the fact that Alex and Ray kind of immediately set us up with this hierarchical structure. You know, appointing Will, Charles, and Joe as the sort of leaders of the group, as their characters are. Mm-hmm. So that meant that it was incredibly useful for us because we all kind of held each other accountable, but it also meant that there were certain moments where, for example, Will would be sort of trying to work out what we were going to do. We had a task to accomplish, and Will would be trying to work out what to do, and I would be kind of, you know, going, oh, maybe we should do this, and he would go, just give me a minute, I need to think for a second, just be quiet for a minute. And, you know, I just immediately go, yes, sir. And ordinarily on a film set, that would be really quite strange.
Right,
you know?
yeah.
And sometimes you would catch yourself being like, oh.
I'm listening to you.
That's quite, yeah, like, oh, okay. But on this set, it was just, that was the way that we worked, and it was incredibly efficient and effective for us. And that was just the way that we operated on the job. So that was something that kind of, I would often catch myself being like, oh, that's, feels really normal in this environment, but ordinarily it would be quite strange.
Yeah, and there was kind of everybody had a kind of respect for that process, and wanted to everybody upkept it, and because I think everybody saw how special it was, especially in relation to making a film of this nature. So it was really willingly maintained and upkept and respected, and that was quite nice.
Smoke out. We are all coming back.